So what do shafts actually do? Like, what are they for? Well, today we're going to be telling you exactly that, because we've got Nick down from Gimme, and today we're going to be taking him through sort of an extreme shaft fitting. Not necessarily the norm, because we're going to be giving him very light, very soft, very heavy, very stiff, and everything in between to show you guys how the differences in shaft weight, flex, and feel can have a big impact on strike and dispersion. As always, taking you through all of the numbers in depth, looking at launch, spin, dispersion, distances, everything, showing you really what shafts can affect and how much they can affect it. So it's a very, very interesting process this. Hope you enjoy it. Let's dive in. Also, guys, Gimme do have their own channel as well, YouTube channel, where they do reviews, tests, all that good stuff. They've got some great content, so we'll link their channel in the description below. Please go and check them out, have a watch, and if you enjoy it, make sure you subscribe. Okay, mate, we're going to start off with your gamer. We're going to hit a baseline set. So specs, I'll actually pop up on the screen for you guys to see as well, but we've got the Diamana DF60 stiff.
Correct.
44.75 inch playing length.
Yeah.
D4 swing weight.
Yeah.
Callaway Max LS.
Yeah.
9-degree head.
Yeah.
Set 8 degrees.
Yeah.
In draw.
Yeah.
So talk us through that setup, why you like it, and yeah, what you find with it.
Yeah, I think for me, maybe with a lot of sort of lower single digit guys, I guess, it's a lot of it becomes down visual, I think, in terms of face angle, if something looks good down by the ball, it gives me the confidence I'm going to hit it well. And so sometimes with the settings, it's as much about trying to find the optimal face angle as anything else.
Yep.
And then I almost feel like I can then move my angle of attack around enough to try and get the most out of it, which is probably not the optimal way to fit per se.
Yep.
But for me, I feel like I just need it to look and do what I want it to do. So left is always the miss I'm trying to get rid of. Yep. So I'm trying to always set my driver up around not hitting it left, which I know this is in a draw setting, but because of the style of head, when I dropped it into -1, it dropped the face quite a long way open.
Yeah.
So then by putting it back into draw, it almost neutralizes it a little bit. And I'm pretty neutral in my delivery patterns and stuff. So I kind of, if I want to be able to hit a draw and hit a fade, I kind of want it to be able to do that for me a little bit. Yeah.
Stock shot, neutral to slight fade.
Usually pretty straight. Because my strike wanders into the toe occasionally, it might just turn over a little bit actually with a bit of gear effect. I'm that sort of fit as nightmare to a certain extent, aren't I? Because I want to see it draw. In my mind's eye, I see a draw, but I don't want to see it go left.
Yeah, okay. It's hard to manage. Okay. All right, well, let's hit a little set, mate, and we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Solid, pretty solid.
Yeah, just face open a little bit.
You take it, it's fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good little fade delivery in fairness there. Slightly left, so path a little bit out to him. Face a tiny bit open, but not a bad relationship. I'm actually surprised that that's gone 21 yards right at target with that delivery. Toe strike might have had a slight influence on that, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, 270, is that sort of yardage wise, 270-ish? Is that what you'd be expecting? Or
yeah, I mean, that was just that wasn't particularly quick, that 103. I'd usually expect to maybe be a little bit quicker than that, but that was almost like a bit of a find the fairway jobby. Yeah. I think once I get into my set, I usually expect to be about 105 club head speed, 155 if I'm hitting it really well, ball speed. Okay. And I can get up to sort of 260 carry when I'm warmed up and rocking and rolling. But that I wouldn't be that for me, first hole on a golf course, I'd be happy with.
Absolutely. Yeah, nice. Very nice. So how long have you had that in the bag for now?
I've actually had this one in probably about 18 months.
Okay.
I actually had an older style Ping G LS. Okay. Going back some time, I had a Diamond whiteboard in that, which I absolutely loved.
Okay.
But it was time to just try some different product, and I loved the simple look of this head. And the fact that I had a little bit more adjustability in it than the Ping as well, and obviously the hosel settings as well. So I just felt like I could dial it in a little bit more for me.
Yeah, it was a really good driver, to be fair. And in 18 months, been pretty happy with the performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I've been happy with it so far, and the shaft as well. I've been in Diamanas for years now, so I'm sort of familiar with the brand and kind of trust them.
Pretty neutral that.
Yeah.
How's the strike?
Yeah, that felt okay, that one there. I just moved my path out, so everything felt like it synced up a bit more onto the middle of the face.
It looked like a very forward flight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, okay. I mean, I don't know how much you've hit that on a simulator. I mean, that one was 1800 backspin.
Yeah.
It was pretty toasty, wasn't it?
that's where I can sort of optimize my dynamics.
Yeah.
You know, as in I'm not as quick, but if I know what I'm doing with my club path and my face angle, I can kind of get one out there a bit more. So I've obviously got that one out to 290, which for my speed's pretty punchy.
It's good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about the spin dropping to that low. I think it's a little bit on the low side.
Yeah.
But yes, it definitely gets out there.
Yeah.
Again, it's just an example there of, even though the strikes look not dissimilar to people watching, the face angle there being a little bit more closed, paired with a strike that's maybe fractionally higher on the face and straying slightly toe side, the spin comes down to 18 versus the first 3 that we had at 2,800, 2,700 and 2,600. So it's how much the small variables make such a big difference in drive, isn't it?
Well, and that's where, you know, you said about the spin. I guess if I'm squaring it up and I'm bombing it, I'm not too concerned at the spin when it's like there, but I probably ideally over the data set, I wouldn't want it sub 2,000, obviously.
Yes.
You know,
So, yeah.
That's one of those ones where you don't mind it being at that spin number when you're when you're hitting against the boys, you know.
Yeah.
Long drive, trying to keep up. Very good swing again. Straight though. How's that? Wasn't a very good swing, wasn't a very good strike, but
we're not missing many fairways, mate, which is the most thing. And that's one thing you always tell with you know, plus handicap golfer like yourself, even when you're slightly off, you don't feel like you're swinging your best.
No.
I mean, that dispersion is still absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're down the right side, but none of them are killing you, you're in play, reasonable distance, and you got that second shot into a green.
Yeah.
So average numbers from that whole data set: 150 ball speed, 12.5 launch, 2.5 spin, 254 carry rolling out to 275, hitting, if anything, that functional little fade, but nothing in trouble, no lefts, nothing like that going on.
Yeah.
So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to chuck some different shafts at you.
Yeah.
And we'll just have a hit.
Yeah.
Get your feedback, see what the numbers say.
Yeah.
Just have some fun.
Let's do it.
So initially picking that up, how do you feel in the hand from you know, the old waggle test, as they say?
Yeah, the waggle test. You can feel it's definitely a softer profile.
Yeah.
I can feel that just obviously the action in the tip section, right?
Yeah.
I can feel it's a bit lighter.
Okay.
So
a little bit more active in the tip and a little lighter.
Yes, exactly. But other than that, yeah.
Okay. Let's have a hit, see what it does.
Yeah. Felt like I just lost the head a little bit in the transition.
Yep. Not overly unexpected. Feel a little bit different through transition?
Yeah, it just felt a little bit like I left it behind a little bit, so it was a little bit late.
Yep.
So it felt like it was going to tilt that way and open for me.
Okay.
Cool. I actually felt like I hit it pretty well, which it did.
Yes, right, it's good. Yeah, like you say, you just didn't quite,
couldn't quite get
face up.
And I could just feel it was that little bit softer again through the transition. Did a better job of trying to square that one up.
Yep, nice. Yeah.
Sure. Which I think the interesting point, isn't it, is where I felt something in the first swing and then I tried to adjust it in the second swing a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, right? I mean, almost every golfer to a certain extent is going to do that. Obviously, better players are going to have more of an ability to do that.
Yeah.
Like say, you're leaving it a bit open, so you just feel that release a little bit earlier, square up the face a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, on that one, good. You know, 105 swing.
Yeah.
Good efficiency.
Yeah.
13 launch, 2.5 backspin.
Yeah.
Pretty good strike, 260 carry down the middle.
Nice set of numbers.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it?
Just need that soft noodle in my bag, obviously.
Well, it's interesting because you obviously did look at that, right? And I would have told the viewers what that is. Accra 140 M2.
Yeah.
So that's very lightweight, very soft.
Yeah.
Effectively senior sort of flex vibes, right? And that's the 100 series, which is a softer tip profile.
Yeah.
So everything that you would believe you wouldn't need or wouldn't want, right?
Yeah.
Was interesting just to test. And okay, you feel like you've got to react a little bit to a certain extent, but those numbers there are actually pretty damn good.
Very good. Again, just
you take it
a little bit. You definitely take it.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like it popped up a little bit, maybe a little higher in the face.
No, it felt like it was a pretty good strike again.
Yeah.
It just felt like I delivered a bit more dynamic loft.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we're at 18 on the last one, 19 on that one.
Yeah.
Again, it's really not bad down the middle.
Yeah.
2.7 spin.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent strike point.
Yeah.
I mean, if I effectively gave that to you and said, right, that's a 40-odd gram senior flex shaft, would you think that that was what it was?
Only for the fact that I could feel it was a little bit lighter than mine.
Yeah.
And it feels a little bit softer in the tip section. Definitely mine being on the upper end of those two scales.
Yeah.
In the 60-gram range and whatever else. But I think the funny thing is that it feels like I could work with it. Bit toey maybe.
Can you take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think what's interesting there is because I know it's going to kick foot, because I know the first one felt a little bit behind me. Yeah. I know I've got to release it, and that's almost helping me square the face up with it.
Well, I guess, yeah, if you know that you can or you have to do something with it and you then do it,
yeah,
you're right. Apart from that very first one that we did wipe a little bit right,
yeah,
the last three have been pretty much straight down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, strikes maybe been, that was a little bit lower in the toe, that one, so maybe not quite as good, but again, 270 down the middle.
Yeah.
You're not going to come at that at all, are you?
Oh. That was funny. I tried to just go at that a little bit quicker.
Well, it's an interesting thing within the shaft world, though, and obviously you would have come across this a lot, right?
Yeah.
Where a lot of people generally tended to believe that softer shaft would kick and close and it would bring in the left, right?
Correct.
I've always found the opposite.
Yes,
for a lot of people.
Yeah, they don't recover. Yeah, so
it almost feels like it's behind you a bit, and the face is open and you hit the high rights.
Yeah. So that one there, I tried to hit that a little bit quicker. Whether the speed reflects that or not, but I actually just the change in direction felt a bit quicker, a little bit more abrupt.
Yeah.
And then it did start to feel like it was a bit behind me and it didn't quite catch up that way. So that was quite interesting. So I think if you're smoother in transition, even at that 100, 105, you can kind of make that very light, quite soft work for you.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start changing direction, that's where maybe that flex and
I've almost used it as a bit of a band-aid though, really. I play quite light and soft because I'm the same. I don't want to see it go left. Generally, that's my miss. So if I go really heavy, really stiff, I tend to find it just wants to overtake, and I get a bit this way, and then I flip it.
Yeah,
it's light and soft. I feel it's a bit behind me, so we can just stay a bit more there, and you just turn, and it doesn't go anywhere near as left.
Yeah,
which is nice.
As you say, contrary to what a lot of viewers would probably think happens.
Yeah,
because of their understanding of flex, right?
Exactly right. I mean, so you can see that on average, we didn't really lose any ball speed. Launch and spin kicked up a fraction. Okay, again, that's a high launch, high spin shaft.
Yeah.
We know it might do that fractionally, but 2 of those were very high right.
Yes.
So we lost 5 yards on average.
Yeah.
But in fairness, if we did take out the 2 that you wiped high right, and you leave your 3 sort of better swings in there, if you want to call it that, it still launches and spins a fraction more. But the carry is identical. But this is always the thing, isn't it? It's getting the right weight, profile, feel. It's like that timing device to enable you to hit it in the middle of the face and square the face as much as possible. If you do that, you're going to get the best numbers, regardless if it's a regular, stiff, extra stiff, light, heavy.
Exactly.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, so it's almost like the ego. You got to drop that at the door and just be open to whatever just allows you to give you the best numbers.
100%. And that's the best thing I think about being a fitter is generally more often than not, someone will leave with something that they completely didn't expect.
Yeah, 100%. That's the fun in it, right?
Let's change up.
Right, I haven't looked at this one.
I haven't looked at this one. No. Good.
No.
But I mean, that will obviously feel very different straight away, in fairness, won't it?
Yeah.
I'll put it on the screen so you guys know what it is, but let's have a hit and see what it does.
Even in the waggle test, it feels like it's going to be hard work.
Yeah. It's a good shot. We would take that one.
Yeah.
That's a really nice shot, that, mate. Yeah, so again, sort of similar ballpark speed.
Yeah.
104. Good efficiency around that 150 ball speed, 14 launch, 2,300 backspin.
Yeah.
All the sort of numbers that we've been seeing on good shots, right?
Yeah, that's my standard numbers. I think I said before we got into the video, that would be 260, 262.
Yeah.
That sort of launch and spin is where I'd say my optimal numbers would be.
It's good. And that's why, you say that head's pretty good for you, because when you do deliver it the way you want to, okay, the strike was still a bit toey, but it's a great head. So we've not really lost anything because of that.
Yeah.
Good launch, good spin, decent efficiency down the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
Head's a good fit.
See, that's interesting. That's toe side.
Yeah. Okay, done very well.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting that strike does seem to have moved, because even that last one was very toey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Strike moving more out into the toe. Yep. Straight away, that's 2 of the toeiest strikes we've had today out of anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one quite large toe, to be fair, with the Acra, but the rest were fairly central.
Yeah.
Yours again, similar. We averaged 2 mil toe, but it was 110 mil. But those two, 16 and 19, the two most consecutively toey ones we've had so far.
Yeah.
But again, it's 270. It's down the middle of the fairway. Again,
Yeah.
head's doing a good job.
But it's quite interesting. I can just, because I can feel, because of the weight and the balance of it, it feels like it's behind me, so it makes me want to throw my hand at it a bit more.
I mean, it's quite funny though that, I mean, that's been the biggest left that we've hit so far.
Yeah.
So we're almost seeing a little bit of a pattern of what, I wouldn't say I see all the time, but quite a lot is lighter, softer, up that way, too heavy, too stiff, can get left on
Feels
it, right?
wrapped in,
Which is the polar opposite of what most people would believe. Yeah, just hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, again, that's just a poor swing there, but I don't feel like the shaft, as much as there's forgiveness in the head, I feel like you can almost get forgiveness in a shaft profile or a shaft as well.
Yeah.
And that feels on the opposite end of forgiving as a shaft. It feels like it's working against me. It's almost like a blade.
Yeah.
I get a true performance out of it in terms of the second to last swing deserved to go left. That one deserved to go right. But I don't feel like it's helping me. Whereas the 40 gram you did at the start, the light GX, felt like it was kind of trying to help me. To a certain extent.
I think, again, well, your opinion is, but I always think that there's a bad trend in fitting, and it's going too heavy and too stiff.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the player, I don't know why. But people either want to be in stiff or X. The fitters give them what they want.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think for the most part, slightly lighter or more comfortable, it's better.
Yeah.
Makes you don't have to feel like you have to go at it. You can just nice, easy tempo. The shaft's going to still be there, be with you. Like you said, there's not too much hard work.
Yeah.
So you pick that up and you go, oh, this feels hard work.
Correct.
Probably never going to be great, is it? But yeah, the actual distance isn't massively jumping and changing. Okay, yeah, we did take 1 or 2 out with the Acra, but just generally the distance on a good one isn't changing massively, is it?
No.
But like the left-right misses that we were talking about and seeing, you can see there, obviously, that dispersion being massive with the TR. We had 1 left, 1 right, just struggling with it in general.
Yeah.
And that's more of what we're going to see from a shaft, isn't it, really? Ball speed down fractionally. Launch and spin, not dramatically different. 14 launch, 2.5 spin. But it's just how much work is it? Can you time it? Can you hit it straight? And that TR was a struggle, wasn't it?
It was.
So this, we've gone, obviously I went to extremes there just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Very light, very soft, very heavy, very stiff. This should probably be a little bit more technically back in your ballpark.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to get your feedback on this versus your DF.
Yeah.
So that's the 1K orange.
Yeah.
60 stiff.
Yeah.
So not massively dissimilar profile to what you play. A little bit more counterbalanced.
Yeah.
But similar weight, similar sort of flex, probably a similar sort of feel.
Yeah.
I would say. It'd be interesting to see how this stacks up.
Feels nicely balanced. Felt pretty good. Pretty standard strike for me.
Yeah, slight toe side. A little bit out in the toe, but
yeah,
head's certainly helping you on that. 2.6 spin, 275 down the middle. And again, you're very consistent all around that sort of 104, 105, 150 to low 150s ball speed.
Yeah.
Today, at least, that's kind of where you're sitting.
Yeah.
And it's been very consistent, isn't it? Again, there's that little bit of a leak, but similar to yours when you didn't quite get it, it's only just missing fairway.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Acra and the TR Black, it was like quite a big exaggerated miss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, a lot of people ask about shaft and what are we going to see if it's too light or too heavy or too soft or too stiff. And generally it's a similar sort of pattern, isn't it? Whether it's two extremes, you're just going to find bigger misses one way or the other.
Yeah.
You're going to struggle to time it.
To time it, to get the face back to square and to find the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That there was a little bit me. That was pilot error on that one, definitely. So.
But again, it's okay. You said it, maybe not your best swing, but the result was just missing fairway right.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely fine. Nice.
Yeah, the first one on that one felt good. Felt like it was it was arriving as I'd like it to. So as I said, when I had the first shaft in my hand, I felt like I had to release it.
Yeah.
And then the TR, the really heavy one, again, I felt like I had to manipulate it. Whereas that one there, it's arriving when I expect it to. So I don't feel like I have to do anything with it, which is quite nice.
Exactly that. I feel like when you get the length, the swing weight, the weight of the shaft, the profile, how it feels. That when you get all that sort of right for you, I think you're right. You don't feel like you have to do too much.
Yeah.
Release it early or flip, like whatever.
Yeah.
It just matches your time.
And that was toe side again. But I have to say that is why I enjoy this Epic Max LS head.
Yeah.
And I've stuck with it, is because that is my miss pattern. And this head performs quite nicely out of that part of the head for me.
Well, that's great, because that's high toe. And we know generally when you hit it high toe, it can be a real low spin part of the head, right?
Yeah, correct.
And that's still span at 2.4.
Yeah, it's done quite a nice job.
Not changed at all.
No.
Which is amazing.
And I do see that, and I know I see that, and that's always been my pattern, to be honest with you. Whether I'm swinging it really well or whether I just haven't played a huge amount of golf, I very rarely do I get into the heel side. It's always slightly toe side. So I've always gravitated towards heads which are going to perform better at that part of the head for me.
Well, I think that's a big part of fitting. Like you say, you've almost fitted to your miss to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, typically if you toe it, get the face a little bit closed at times, that's going to be a low spin miss.
Yeah.
So you've kind of fitted towards fitting that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be a little bit too spinny out the middle for you.
Yeah.
A tiny bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, where you hit it out the toe, it's great.
Yeah.
Fit into your miss.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you would argue that from a dispersion perspective, that last shaft was probably the best so far. Anyway, I mean, we had 0 offline.
Yeah.
We had that one that went 23 right.
Yeah.
Still just right, you know, right side of fairway or just right rough. 6, 6, 14.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Playable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like we said, it's similar to yours. Generally, dispersion's pretty good. But again, I mean, you look at the ball speed, the launch, and the spin. We had 2.5, 2.7, 2.5, 2.6. Carry 2.54, 2.54, 2.52, 2.51. Ball speed 158 to 150. I mean, you're not saying that there's a dramatic difference out and out of launch spin or carry there, are you really?
Yeah.
But there's been a dramatic difference in fairways found. So how does that feel in terms of weight?
Lighter again.
Yeah.
Nicely balanced though. But I can feel that it's lighter than certainly the last one that you gave me, the Tensei Orange.
Be really interesting to see what this one does. Nice.
Yeah, that felt good.
Shape.
Yeah, felt like a pretty good on the contact as well.
Down the middle.
Yeah.
That's what we like. Did it feel overly soft for a transition or not too bad?
No, it felt pretty good. Well, it was, I wouldn't say it was quite Tensei Orange or mine in terms of the DF.
Yeah.
Not as soft as the GX, the blue you gave me.
Yep.
In the middle there somewhere, I'd say.
Again, there are those numbers, right? 104 swing, 144 efficiency, 150 ball speed.
Yeah.
Did spin a tiny bit more, that one at 2.7, but again, 277 down the middle. Great result.
That was a different swing. It wasn't as good, but the result's pretty good.
Yeah. You know, like you say, I think that head spins a touch when you middle it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And when you're living a little bit in the toe, it actually helps bring that spin into a nicer window.
Yeah.
But yes, absolutely would take that. Still 150 ball speed. So we only lost a little bit of carry through a bit of spin.
Yeah.
You know, really. Maybe a touch lower swing speed, but just a little bit spinny. But finding middle, again, that's actually one of the things that I wanted to test. Purely because when we were in the Acro, I felt it was a little bit more middled. Being a little bit light, a little bit softer. And when we went really heavy, really stiff, it went toe.
Yeah.
And then we're kind of working our way back. So I thought, what if we went light, but a little bit firmer?
Yeah.
Is that going to help move it a little bit more central?
Yeah.
At least on those two, it has a bit to be
fair.
fair.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that the heavy shaft, it just felt like it was behind me, so it was always going to produce more toe.
Yeah.
Was dropping a bit of the weight off it. I feel like I can get it back out in front of me, and I'm going to present more sweet spot to it. Yeah. Definitely.
Nice.
Horse swing. That was me.
Again, it's been the same as with the 1K and with yours, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that miss, you wipe it a little bit, but it's in fairway. But it definitely has helped move that strike more central.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I just feel like with the weight, I can get it out in front of me, and I can get the sweet spot back onto the ball again.
Like we said earlier, having all this data when you're really fitting and paying attention to all the patterns of players and trying to manipulate it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Is how we as fitters just help people find that middle a little bit more often. And these are the little things that shafts can influence. So yeah, okay, a little bit of a miss, but it's in the fairway. Nice.
It's a stronger flight, obviously.
Yeah, squared the face a little bit better, but again, still fairway.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting. I would say that's probably arguably the best strike pattern we've had.
Definitely.
The tightest.
It's one of those shafts that you could give me, and you know, if you just said, look, Nick, you've got to go out and play golf with that, I could do it with that. Couldn't with that TR.
No.
You know, I'd just be battling it all day, but that I could find a way to make that play for me.
I think it comes back to that discussion, doesn't it? Of obviously someone would look at, you know, you're quite a strong guy. All right, you're not the quickest out there, but you've still got a decent amount of speed.
Yeah.
You're hitting the ball 270 plus. Yeah. On a good one. Yeah. You're still getting it out there.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it would be heavier and stiffer rather than lighter and softer. Yeah. Like a 4S.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I don't think most people would even go anywhere near that, but that's where, you know, if you go see somebody who knows their shafts and the difference in the different profiles and stuff and what that VF is, what it's all about, you know, then you never know when you put something in somebody's hands, you know, whether it be heavier or lighter, what they're going to produce with it, you know. So it's 100%. Always worth experimenting with those different parameters.
Yeah, and I always say when people ask me about shafts and clubs, so club heads are a little bit easier maybe because you see patterns all the time in more fade bias or more draw bias or higher spin or lower spin, and that's pretty factual. But when it comes to shafts, it's so player dependent on what's going to work for you. It's like, I don't know, you have to test.
You got to swing it. You got to see it with that player's miss pattern. And then how that player's reacting to the weight and how it's traveling around their body, and absolutely, that it's really important to if you can to get out and swing them, you know.
Okay, spin. That's been the highest so far, but we're talking 300 revs from lowest to highest. Really, not much really there. Longest to shortest, we're talking 251 carry to 254 carry. Again, it's not going to change again, but if we're finding middle more consistently, and even the bad shots are finding fairway, I mean that's the game changer, isn't it? You know, that's what we want. Lovely shot. Beautiful.
Just want to fit.
That is really nice, mate. Straight down the pipe. So that, I mean, again, it's interesting for you, right? Testing equipment, maybe you don't do it as much now as you used to. But yeah, that shaft, I mean, look at that strike pattern.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Absolutely unreal. Obviously, you are a good player, so we look down that, you know, that compare list, and you see consistent numbers. You do. There's nothing that's like absolutely incredible. I mean, that standard deviation on spin in the last set was amazing. 108 revs of standard deviation there on the spin, which is incredible because that's how unbelievably consistent you strike in the middle of the face. You know, we know how much that spin can jump about if you strike it low, strike it high. If you're finding that same spot every time, really good consistency. Unbelievable. And yeah, that's the best set strike wise for me, and potentially even dispersion wise for me as well, all in the fairway. So maybe you've got a new contender for the bag, mate.
4S.
There you go. VF 4S. It's a beauty. There you go. A really interesting extreme shaft test / shaft fitting it kind of turned into at the end there. But that is exactly what we'd be looking for when it comes to shafts. Consistency of strike, consistency of face delivery, hitting more fairways, striking it better. That is the main thing we're going to look for in shafts. There's still a lot of sort of misinformation out there that shafts will dramatically change launch and spin. They just don't do that. We're talking about timing, helping that player find good consistent strike and good face control to help them hit more fairways. Exactly what we experienced there with Nick. So I hope that gives you a little sneak peek into exactly what we would look at and what we would do during a shaft fitting. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments, post them below. We'll get back to each and every one of you as we always do. If you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe. Stay tuned. Got loads more coming. And I'll see you in the next one.